We had some opportunities. We had a stretch, 8, 9, 10. I forget how much time it was in the second half. We missed 2-shot free throws and took 2 bad shots and 3 straight possessions there, and all of a sudden it goes from a 6 or an 8-point game to a 1 or 2 or tied or whatever it was. But we had our chances. Garrison had one about 2 or 3 feet right inside the free throw line. I think we had a 1-point lead at that time. It didn't go in. Andrew had a wide open 3 to the left side of the top of the key with a 1-point lead, and it didn't go in. It would have helped us a great deal with if Mondo hadn't gotten in foul trouble. It puts too much pressure on Jeremiah, considering how little basketball he's played. We were awfully thin tonight without B-Rob. That would have helped us a great deal as well. But congratulate Virginia Tech. Big-time game for them. Bradford kid, and it was 23 that made it. That was his only basket of the game. We did some good things, but we didn't do enough to win. We didn't make enough plays. We had stretch there where we missed a bunch of free throws, and it just silly stuff like. And this is not it. What didn't have anything to do with the game. It just shows. I mean, Leakey blocked that ball with his hand. The referee called it with his foot, and I honestly believe it was with his hand. It should have been our ball, but it wasn't. But some crazy things like that. Leakey had a chance to give us a 3-point lead, and believe it or not, I told him what we're going to do. And after he made the free throws, we got down to 5 or 6, we were going to foul, but it didn't get to that. And plus, we only had a 2-point lead. So, got to congratulate them. They made a basket. I don't know how much. Very little time left at the end of regulations, tied up. So they made more of the good winning plays than we did. That's all I got, guys.
Given how things have been going, do you get the sense that your team made a little progress tonight?
I think we've been getting better, but guys, young kids, they need to be rewarded a little bit, and it's been difficult for this club to be rewarded. Yes, I think we're getting better, but also think that we made so many just silly plays and just didn't do what we needed to do to make a winning play. So I think we're competing. I was proud of them, told them I was proud of how they competed. We just got to take advantage of our plays and make those plays and not make silly ones.
In the second half, before the overtime period, what did Virginia Tech do to slow Garrison down?
They started doubling even more. They've always doubled from the low side, and they started doubling more. One time it ended up in a turnover when they called walking on Garrison. And they should have, because he was our biggest offensive threat in the first half. He had to be a little more alert and find some open guys. It hurt us a great deal when Armando wasn't in there, because even though we made a few tonight, I don't know we made 7 threes tonight. That's more than we've been making, but they made 14. A little youngster, the freshman, I think he's 15, a freshman. He made 2 big-time threes in a row, and we had 2 defensive errors on both of them. And but they did a better job on Garrison in the second half than they did in the first.
With all the games you guys are playing without Cole, and with how bunched up the conference is, does it feel like the experience they're getting now, you guys could make a run when he comes back?
Well, we'd like to have Cole come back and B-Rob come back too. I mean, B-Rob, somebody said that he and Cole have made more threes than the rest of our team put together this year, and so not having B-Rob out there was something. But you can't do anything about injuries. When they get out there to play, then we'll have them. But some of the guys are learning some things about themselves, but we got to be a better shooting team, because we had some opportunities that they just didn't make some good shots too.
You mentioned young guys need to be rewarded, no matter how much
Yeah.
progress and effort they're showing. For someone like Garrison, who isn't necessarily a young guy, how is he so experience?
Well, he's ticked off right now. He's hurt, he's mad, he's sad, all those. He's taking it more to heart than I think the rest of them, because he's invested more. He's been here 3 years. More things you do to be successful, and if you don't have success, that means you invested more. But he's doing some really big-time things for us.
Even with an overtime game, is it hard to believe that you had the minutes that some of those guys had to play tonight for one of your teams? Is that just hard to fathom?
It is, but guys, we're pretty thin. I mean, it's wasn't it today we talked that we don't have 4? If you'd asked me in August who our top 7 players would be, I'd tell you we don't have 4 of those 7. So we're thin, but guys got to be able to get in there and do some things. And if the other team's 5-man, how many threes did he make now? He only made one, but the other team's 5-man shoots threes. It's hard for us to put Huff or Walker in the game because they can't get out and play on the perimeter defense like that. And Justin and Garrison can do a better job of that. But still, it's North Carolina playing Virginia Tech, and Virginia Tech won the game tonight.
Take one or two more. How much do you think the pressure of having lost a close game against Clemson kind of creeps into your players' minds? At the end of that game?
Well, at the Clemson game, we turned it over and turned it over. I mean, tonight we just missed shots. I mean, they had to make, tell me if I'm wrong, they had to make a shot at the end of the game to send it into overtime. Yeah, 2 free throws. One of them crawled in, okay? And at the end of regulation, I think they made another one.
2 free throws end of regulation.
I mean, at the end of the first overtime. So they made plays. It's not just us. It's not in the freaking Constitution that the University of North Carolina is going to determine whether they win or lose every time.
When did you know that B-Rob wasn't good enough?
Yesterday. He didn't come with us on the trip. There was no sense in bringing him on a 3.5-hour bus ride up and 3.5-hour bus ride back if he wasn't going to play, and hopefully let his neck get a little looser and so he doesn't feel so much pain just moving around.